And we are live here at Lambton College, home of the Lambton Lions, for quarterfinal action for OFSAA Girls AAA basketball. Thank you for joining us today. We will see the Maple Ridge Ravens versus the Frontenac Falcons.
It's an electric quarterfinal matchup here this morning, Ian, between two of the more highly ranked teams here in this tournament. Maple Ridge comes in as the 1 seed, having dispatched with a couple of opponents yesterday. They are in the white. Frontenac from Kingston, Ontario, in the red jerseys, as we are about to tip off here at Lambton College. Hosts, along with Sarnia St. Patrick's High School, of this year's 2025 OFSAA AAA Girls Championship. The action continues on here, second quarterfinal matchup of the morning. The other two quarterfinals taking place at St. Patrick's. Our games here for the remainder of the afternoon will be games on the consolation side of the bracket until we get later into the evening, where we will host a semifinal matchup.
Now, the Maple Ridge Ravens had an absolutely dominant performance, outscoring their opponent while they were here by around 60 points yesterday. Absolutely dominant, but we see the Falcons here.
Frontenac wins the tip, sets up the offense. Dribble drive left, that's number 15, Macy Webb. Ball's kicked, Frontenac on the right side, that's Tessa Fox. Fox launches the three, and she hits.
Now, the major question we might see here, as going in as the number 1 seed, are the Ravens. How are they going to fare? Are they going to maybe take
travel call on Maple Ridge? Frontenac, well represented here in the crowd. We have a few parents and supporters very boisterous here down to the left side in front of us, as Maple Ridge, which they did all day yesterday, deploys a three-quarter court trap. Ball kicked to the corner. Three-point shot, no good, and that's collected by Frontenac. Brought up the floor, that's Macy Webb.
Now, this is exactly what the Falcons want to do here.
Webb drives, turns the ball over. And now Maple Ridge speeding the game up, as they like to do. Turnover type of team. Left-handed layup, no good, and we have a foul.
Now, this is exactly what the Falcons want to do here. As Maple Ridge are the number 1 seed, they want to keep them to a low score here and just keep punishing them defensively here as we go to the foul line, as the Ravens look to score their first points of the game, as they do.
Reese Burley, who had a couple of big performances here yesterday at Lambton College in terms of filling up the stat box. Can't get the second to go. Defensive board collected by Frontenac. And again, this pressure by Maple Ridge, which is going to be relentless and will happen all night. Frontenac shot for 3, no good. Another layup rejected there.
Now,
as Maple Ridge collects, and that is Riley Tuddy setting up the offense here for Maple Ridge.
In these quarterfinals, we're going to see some tightly contested games. Unlike yesterday, we saw a lot of one-sided beatdowns.
Tuddy for 3.
We saw a lot of one-sided beatdowns like we did here from the Ravens yesterday. But it looks like it's going to be a tightly contested game from the Ravens and the Falcons.
Again, that three-quarter court trap forces a turnover, and this is what Maple Ridge was doing to their opponents all day yesterday. That is Cecily Ward-Robbins who brought the ball up for Maple Ridge. That's into Reese Burley. Kick to the corner for 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Tuddy. Avery Miles now dribbles left, kicks to the corner, three-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound and a lot of contact there. That foul is going to be on number 1, I believe, from Frontenac, which is Victoria McCourt.
We saw this a lot yesterday, too. The Ravens were able to draw some fouls and make their opponents make easy mistakes here. And we're seeing that from the Falcons, who had a great start out of the gate. But the Ravens are just a very dominant team, and they're looking to be that dominant team once again here today over the Falcons. Driving to the line, out of bounds.
Yeah, Tutty with a strong take, left-handed there.
Ball back into play, wide open three.
No good. Offensive rebound by Kira Pappas, who can't get the easy right-handed layup to go. We have another foul on the floor. That'll be the third foul of the quarter on Frontenac.
We saw yesterday they were heavily fouled by their team. Maybe some frustration from the Falcons.
Again, it's just a more physical ball club. I mean, this Maple Ridge team is just, they are loaded in the starting lineup in terms of talent. And a team, as you said earlier, Ian, if you're, the lower seed playing in a quarterfinal, semifinal in one of these matchups, ball's turned over, that is Avery Miles. She can't get it to go. As I was saying earlier, if you're a lower seed, you do really have to try to grind out some of these games. Again, we've talked about it earlier on the broadcast in the earlier quarterfinal this morning. Turnovers and free throws. You can force a team into turnovers. You can make your free throws. You have to give yourself a good chance of winning a game. Press is broken by Frontenac. Unfortunately, they turn the ball over, but are rewarded as Avery Miles steps out of bounds.
And these are just some easy mistakes to make when you're getting pressured by the defense like the Falcons were doing right there. You may not notice.
Macy Webb with the ball, dribbling up top, uses a high screen by Liv Cole. Webb kicks. Oh, beautiful play. That's Liv Cole, lays the ball in. Wonderful offense here by Frontenac.
Falcons take the lead once again.
Ball kicked to the corner three. And that has been Riley Tutty's spot this weekend. She's hit a few of those yesterday.
It's looking like whenever the Falcons just get a little bit of momentum, that Ravens answer right back.
Long three off the top of the backboard. Liv Cole gets the O board and steps out of bounds.
And that's definitely what the Falcons want to avoid. Every time that they score, they want to have that transition defense, and that's what they seem to be lacking just early on in the first quarter here. They get a score, but then they let the Ravens get right back to them. Great defense there.
Into Reese Burley. Burley again. Fantastic couple of games yesterday, putting points up. That's Tutty again in the corner, and as I stated earlier, my goodness, is that her spot on the floor or what?
They really need to start pressuring her.
Yeah, Maple Ridge just has this three-quarter court trap down, and unless Frontenac is able to consistently start beating the trap, there's going to be some turnovers and there's going to be some transition opportunities for Maple Ridge. There you go, nice play again by Frontenac. Ball finished there by Ella Rossum.
Now this is what the Falcons needed. Get that stop on defense, drive to the board there, draw a foul, perfect.
Macy Webb takes and is fouled at the rim. She'll get 2 shots, and we'll see our first trips to the line for the Frontenac Falcons this morning. Timeout on the floor. Maple Ridge would like to discuss things. Before Webb gets her opportunities from the line, we will be back. OFSAA AAA girls basketball. Maple Ridge leads 10-7 over Frontenac. We'll be back.
And we are back here from timeout at OFSAA Girls AAA basketball, a tightly contested game in the quarterfinals. First quarter, it is the Maple Ridge Ravens and the Frontenac Falcons here. Going to the line, number 15.
Macy Webb here shooting her first for Frontenac.
Frontenac has surprised me. They've managed to stay in it. The Ravens were so dominant yesterday, but you've seen these quarterfinal games, they're going to be a lot closer, as this one is a 1-point game.
Some of those results yesterday in with Maple Ridge is the result of that three-quarter court trap. It wears you down over time. Over 4 quarters of basketball, you create turnovers, you get yourself easy layups and opportunities, and that extends games out. Frontenac able to counter with a turnover of their own there as Webb starts the offense. That's Rossum at the top. Rossum dribbles, falls on the floor. We have a held ball situation. Arrow is in favor of Maple Ridge.
We saw a few defensive mistakes early on from the Falcons, but they've seemed to clean those up, and they're really taking it here from the Falcons, and we're really taking it to the Ravens here. That's just 2 points separate these teams.
Ball pressure here by Frontenac, full court pickup by number 4, Isabella Blackburn. Burley, oh, a nice shimmy shake spin, right-handed floater, can't get it to go. Ball's turned over. Again, that Maple Ridge pressure, they are relentless. That's Tutty kicks. Burley with the jab step and a travel.
And what you really don't want to see is Maple Ridge get too confident, and maybe being the number 1 seed, maybe they're getting a bit too confident and not taking this team as seriously as they should, as the Falcons are just taking it to them right now. But they do step out of bounds and give the ball back to the Ravens, but the Ravens only have a 2-point lead.
Again, turnovers and free throws is what's going to determine this quarterfinal matchup, and Maple Ridge does a very good job at turning the ball over. Although Frontenac has responded with a few opportunities themselves here in the early going of this game. Kira Pappas hands the ball off. We have a little bit of a check there. Some contact on number 24, Morgan Catling of Maple Ridge, draws the foul. We'll get a fresh 14 on the shot clock and an opportunity for Maple Ridge to execute an offense. Reese Burley, ball up top, one-on-one matchup. Oh, Burley with an errant pass. That is stolen by Macy Webb. Webb, right-handed layup, and that is good.
High game.
We have ourselves a ball game.
The Falcons are just hanging in there with the Ravens here.
Yeah, Falcons are giving Maple Ridge a little bit of their own look with the full court pressure. Burley kicks, that's Pappas. Pappas dribble drive. Kicks out back to Burley. Burley one-on-one up top. Shimmy shake, crossover dribble. Drives in, right-handed layup. She gets the contact, and she's going to the line for 2. And I do believe that that could be the difference in this ball game, is the fact that when in doubt, things start to turn a little bit offensively, defensively. Maple Ridge has a player the caliber of Reese Burley to be able to put the ball in her hands and just let her go to work one-on-one.
Hearing some of the murmurs before this game and a little bit of talking, a lot of people, they just expected the Ravens to almost walk through this entire tournament, and the Falcons are really taking to them. I know it's only the first quarter, but the Falcons are really sticking in there, sticking with the Ravens in this quarterfinal action, as the Ravens only have a 1-point lead, looking to make it 2 on the free throw line here.
Burley good on the second. Now we'll see this trap. Oh, yeah, that was a lot of steps there, Ian. Racking up the air miles for Frontenac was number 1, Victoria McCourt. And again, that three-quarter court trap, it's just very well executed, obviously well coached. Type of defense that can give you fits. We see that actually here in Sarnia quite a bit. Girls high school basketball, it's a trademark of Sarnia St. Pat's High School, who's hosting this OFSAA AAA girls tournament this year. Driving kick. We have a foul called on the pass. It'll be Frontenac ball under the basket.
I think some of these girls are, maybe they're a little bit tired. They're confusing some of the sports. We saw some traveling. Maybe they were thinking they're doing some track and field. We're seeing a lot of pushing. You know, it is close to wrestling season. Just getting a bit too rough out there. Bit of happy feet going on. But, you know.
We just saw the official issue a fake a foul warning to the table. We'll have to get that information from the table at halftime or quarter time as far as who that fake a foul warning was issued to. Of course, you only get one fake a foul warning before it is deemed a technical foul. Frontenac with the ball up top. This is number 10, Liv Cole. Cole drives. That's a bump. We'll have Frontenac with the ball on the end line. A foul-filled first quarter here. 1 minute left. We got 8 on the board already. And now we have a conversation between the two officials.
Well, you know, hockey is popular in Sarnia, and we're seeing a lot of body checking here from these teams.
Frontenac with the ball, dribble drive, right-handed floater in the lane, no good. Offensive rebound, and another foul called. Much to the pleasure of the Frontenac supporters. And now we're in a situation where we're in penalty both ways, Ian, meaning both teams are going to the line on any foul called moving forward. One thing I have seen from this Frontenac team in this first quarter is they've not been afraid to utilize their bench. As opposed to what we saw in the first quarterfinal matchup, we saw mainly the 5 starting players on both sides, maybe a 6th or 7th person coming into the game to spell for a few minutes at a time. However, we've seen Frontenac use 8 or 9 players already, and we still have a minute left here in the first quarter.
Well, we saw how that affected the teams. There was quite a few injuries from both teams.
Webb with a spin, left-handed layup. My goodness, Macy
High
Webb.
game.
What a play there by the guard.
Maybe these teams saw, though, that some of the injuries happening to those teams in the first game. So they're trying to make more substitutions here so they can avoid that and keep their teams fresh.
Kicks, that's Tutty in the corner. She can't get it to go in her spot. That's her first miss from that spot here today. Ball's kicked to the corner for Frontenac. Dribble drive, right-handed layup, can't get it to go. Defensive rebounds collected, and we have a held ball. Arrow is in favor of Frontenac. Looking through this Frontenac roster and seeing a very, very young lineup as well. A lot of grade 11s listed on the roster, including a few grade 10s as well. So this might be a team that is going to be making a push for OFSAA bids in the future here next couple years as well.
That might be to their advantage, though. Maybe they're not letting the pressure get to them as they still have a few more years to go as they're such a young team. So maybe they're just taking all the opportunities that they can.
Webb with a pull-up long 2, no good. That rebound is by Burley. Burley, long 3, can't get it to go. That'll end the first quarter. And boy, do we have a great game so far. We go into the second quarter tied between Maple Ridge and Frontenac, 12-12. We will see you for second quarter action of OFSAA AAA Girls Basketball Quarterfinal next.
And we are back here for OFSAA Girls AAA Basketball 2025 Tournament live here at Lambton College. Here we have an exciting game between the Maple Ridge Ravens, who are the favorite going into this tournament, against the Frontenac Falcons. It is 12-12, however, the Falcons looking to make the big upset here in quarterfinal action.
Maple Ridge to inbound the ball here to start the second quarter. That's Reese Burley, drives right. Ball hangs on the rim, can't get it to go. D-board by Frontenac.
We saw an absolutely dominant Ravens team yesterday, but now as we're moving into quarterfinal action, we're going to see less of that. And these Falcons, they're just taking it to the Ravens, who were the number 1 seed going into this tournament, the heavy favorites.
Turnover there by the Falcons. Yesterday. We have Maple Ridge ball. Riley Tuddy to inbound for Maple Ridge, who was electric from the three-point line in the first quarter. That left corner three has been her shot all weekend. A fantastic pass. Karapapis kicks. That's Burley on the left-hand side. Can't get it to go. Held ball situation. Victoria McCourt for the Falcons wraps it up. And that'll keep the ball with the arrow in Frontenac's possession.
Frontenac keeping the pressure here, playing great defense. I said they were making a couple of defensive mistakes at the beginning of the game, but they're really proving me wrong here. Brought it back.
That's Cole. She can't get it to go. She's blocked by Burley. Burley collects the rebound and then forces Liv Cole into a long foul. A long way away from her basket. That's not one you want to pick up this early in the quarter and that far away from your hoop.
Not at all. And on the camera side here, we have some pretty rowdy Frontenac fans looking to see the upset.
Burley drives right, can't get it to go. McCourt with the rebound for Frontenac, who's going to push. And this is really going to be Frontenac's opportunity here. That half-court, quarter-court trap. Offensive rebound can't go. Cole can't get it to go. Burley wraps up the board and is now fouled again. Oh, sorry, held ball. No foul there. Held ball. It's going to be in favor of Maple Ridge. But that really is going to be Frontenac's opportunity to put points on the board here today. The three-quarter court trap by Maple Ridge is almost impenetrable. They force a lot of turnovers, create a lot of havoc with it. Get out in transition. Don't allow Maple Ridge to set that three-quarter court trap up, and you're going to get some pretty good looks at the basket. Burley and Tuddy play a little back and forth with the ball, and then it is kicked out to Ward Robbins. Low pass, can't handle it, and it'll be Frontenac ball going the other way.
We're seeing a few mistakes here from the Ravens. Maybe they were just pretty confident coming into today, being that top seed, having some dominant games yesterday.
Another turnover there. Reese Burley takes it into traffic on the right-hand side, lays the ball up, can't get it to go. Defensive rebound there by Frontenac.
Just quite the defensive start here. No points have been scored this quarter.
Another turnover. This is a turnover-filled quarter so far, Ian. As Maple Ridge gets out on the break, they can't get the rebound to go. That's Tuddy, basically from the free throw line. She can't get it to go. Ball's on the floor. We have chaos, and it's almost like we got lids on the rim here in this quarter. We're 2 minutes 6 seconds in, and we have not had a basket. Many attempts, but no baskets. 12 points, total of 24 between the two teams. We are well under the projected total so far.
A lot of people were just expecting the Ravens to walk in here and get a high-scoring game just like they did yesterday. But these Frontenac Falcons, they're hanging in there.
And you know what they say, Ian? When totals go under, it's always in favor of the underdog, which is Frontenac in this matchup. Another turnover there committed. That's number 4, Isabel Blackburn. Almost going back the other way. Ball deflected out of bounds by Frontenac. It'll be still Maple Ridge's ball here in the front court. 20 on the shot clock. Reese Burley one-on-one here. Taking on Liv Cole. Decides better of it. Kick to Ward Robbins. Ward Robbins now kicks to Tuddy. Pappas tries to go long behind the backboard. Hits the stanchion, holding the net up. And another turnover here as we potentially, without having the stat sheet on us right now, more turnovers in this game than we've seen baskets scored.
No one can score here. I don't know if the net said something nasty and they just don't want to score.
That's a very, very well called travel there, committed by number 24, Leah Covert, who's now down on the floor. Potentially a knee, something like that, bounced off the floor. You could hear the contact when she hit it. She's getting up. Injury timeout here by the officials. And we are going to jump right back into play. 5:11 here left in the second quarter. 12-12 game. Almost 3 minutes of action. No baskets here in the second quarter. Both teams playing staunch defense. Whether it's the Maple Ridge three-quarter court trap or the Frontenac full court man press. Crossover here by Tuddy. She's now working. There's Pappas. Pappas with a DHO to Tuddy, who then gives it to Burley for the long three. She can't get it to go. And that is Ella Rossum with the defensive board.
Wide open three there.
Bella Mia Koif could not get that to go. It'll stay in Frontenac's possession in the front court. 14 on the shot clock.
As we saw that injury there earlier, we're seeing that a lot more today, as it is the second day. They've got 2 games underneath them already, third game for each team.
We see another turnover. Maple Ridge now in possession. I believe that was Liv Cole of the Falcons. Got moving a little quick. And now Reese Burley again. I feel like it is a matter of time before Reese Burley gets going here for Maple Ridge. Drive and kick, that's Pappas. Now to Tuddy on the right side. Tuddy gets a lot of contact. And we have a held ball. But my goodness, Riley Tuddy took a shot to the head there.
Great double team defense there by the Falcons. Really preventing them from getting to the basket.
3-point shot, no good. Tuddy fights for the rebound. That'll be Falcons' possession.
A lot of substitutions here for the Falcons, just trying to keep their team fresh. And that has been helping them on defense, especially, as we're almost 4 minutes through this quarter and we've seen no one score so far.
It's really a luxury at this point in the game, and also at this point in the tournament. You talk about a quarterfinal, to be able to use 8-9 players consistently. Offensive foul there, great defense by, defensive foul there on the block. And we're going to have Falcons ball on the end line. But it really is a luxury to have that depth on your team in a quarterfinal matchup, to be able to use 8-9 players. Most teams at this point in a tournament, as we saw earlier in the first quarterfinal matchup, you're using maybe 6 or 7 at the most.
We saw yesterday with some teams that weren't able to score as much. They only had 2 to 3 players on the bench, and that sometimes really hurt them. And we're seeing with the Falcons here, that's really helping them. They have a full bench right now.
Ball's kicked. Falcons drive up top. And another travel call. It's a travel fest. We're racking up air miles here today. Both sides of the floor.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, and nothing beats getting 2 points here.
Reese Burley one-on-one. Trying to beat this one-on-one ball pressure layup, left hand. As I said, it is a matter of time before she gets going. And for the Falcons, they hope that it comes after the fourth quarter. Another turnover, attempt to try to save it by Pappas, doesn't work. It'll be Falcons ball in the front court, 15 on the shot clock. And again, we're going to see 3 new players check in for the Falcons.
The Falcons looking to get back on the score. The Ravens just up by 2, a very defensive first half of this quarter.
One basket scored here in the second quarter, and it was on the last possession by Reese Burley for Maple Ridge. Maple Ridge will get a chance to add to that 2-point lead here.
Or the Falcons are really staying in this game still, playing great defense.
Burley's going to take the full court man pressure. She's going to drive right. Defended by Jenna Martin. Burley with the DHO to Tuddy. Tuddy dribbles left, looking for something. Nothing to go there. Ward Robbins now kicks. Burley drives right. Pull-up jump shot just inside the elbow. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. And we have a hold. Wonderful play there by Ashlyn Macy.
We saw this Ravens team yesterday win by about 60 points. Now they're only leading by 2.
Yeah, again, Ian, as we get deeper into the tournament, you're going to play better teams. Some of those margins of victory aren't going to be what they were. We're getting some of the more premier teams here matched up, so we anticipate some very close games here throughout the day on both sides, both the consolation and the championship side of the bracket. We'll see Burley go to the line.
Looking to extend the lead here. Extends it to 3. Looking for 4.
Free throws missed. Ball is collected on the rebound by Evelyn Derbyshire. Held ball. Arrows in the direction of Frontenac. They'll keep it. Macy Webb, who's been the best player on the floor for Frontenac so far today, although silenced here as they have been as a whole in the second quarter. Webb can't get the deep shot to go.
What's really surprising me here is Frontenac, all the way from Kingston, and they've got a huge fan support going on in the stands.
Again, Ian, on Friday you tend to see a few more parents able to get potentially the day off, extended weekend, get down here on Thursday night after work. We're going to see a few more supporters in the crowd for all teams today. Long shot missed. Offensive rebound collected. Held ball will have 14 on the shot clock. And a Maple Ridge ball under the hoop. Again, ball back in the hands of Burley. Burley swings. That's Ward Robbins now at the top. Burley, one-on-one post matchup, turns, right-handed jump shot. My goodness, what a move. Reese Burley, been saying it all morning. It's a matter of time before she gets going.
The Falcons just letting it slip away just ever so slightly. They want to get back into this. Only a 5-point lead, though, for the Ravens.
Macy Webb drives. Attempt at the basket, can't get it to go. And that is Jenna Martin. Oh, sorry. That is Evelyn Derbyshire going to the line to shoot 2 for the Falcons. Try to cut into this 5-point lead and give the Falcons their first points of the second quarter with 2:06 left. Timeout on the floor. OFSAA AAA girls basketball action here at Lambton College. We will return in 30 seconds.
And we are back here, coming off a timeout in this exciting action for OFSAA Girls AAA Basketball live here at Lambton College between the Frontenac Falcons and the Maple Ridge Ravens. The Ravens with a 17-12 lead. The Ravens looking like the pure favorite going into this game, but the Falcons have been really sticking with them this entire game. Only a 5-point lead now for the Ravens. but the Falcons looking to cut it down, going to the foul line.
Derbyshire to shoot her first. That's good. First points of the quarter for the Frontenac Falcons come at the free throw line from Evelyn Derbyshire. Here with 2:06 left. We have an offensive foul called on Reese Burley. On the rebound there, looks like perhaps a little bit of an extension of the arm. Maple Ridge is not happy with that call, as that gives Frontenac an opportunity to cut into this lead again. That's
Perfect
McCord
here
with the travel.
That was a perfect scoring position for the Falcons.
Truthfully, that's a little bit of a quick whistle, and probably the 6th or 7th travel call that we've had here this morning, which truthfully is a lot. To happen in a quarterfinal OFSAA game, this level, AAA, you don't tend to see that much walking going on in this type of game. 3-point shot by Pappas, no good. Offensive rebound by Tutty. Ward Robbins moves it back to Pappas. She drives right. Tutty kicks. That's Burley in the corner. Can't get it to go. Defensive board. But then tied up by Riley Tutty, who's had a fantastic first half so far. And we have another held ball that goes in favor of the Frontenac Falcons.
That must be a really good basketball, because they're just fighting tooth and nail for that basketball right now.
Minute 36 left. That's Macy Webb with the left-handed floater in the lane. Can't get it to go. Reese Burley gonna push. Can she beat the full court man? Drives right, pulls up, decides to shoot it for three. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound there by Pappas. Burley gonna set the offense up. Swing and drive. Pappas now drives right, kicks baseline. Burley from deep. Can't get it to go. O-board again by Maple Ridge as they look to set it up. That was Pappas. We now have Ward Robbins on the drive. She's hacked. She'll go to the line for two as Maple Ridge looks to extend this lead.
Ravens only by 4 points here. Surprising coming into this game. The
Ward
Falcons
Robbins there,
defense.
gripping the ball a little bit tight. Missed wide right on the free throw. See if she can collect herself here for the second one. In and out, can't get it to go. Empty trip there for Maple Ridge. Macy Webb for Frontenac drives and kicks. Long three-point shot by number 6, Ella Rossum. Can't get it to go, and that is all the way out of bounds. Maple Ridge, another opportunity. Frontenac's done a fantastic job, this full court man, which again tends to be why they have the players to do so. As we've said, we've seen 8 or 9 players check into the game. Full court man takes a lot out of you on the defensive end. They've been able to really silence the Maple Ridge offense. However, what it's done is limited them offensively. Only 1 point here in the second quarter. Legs get a little heavy when you're picking up full court the whole time. Driving kick on the pass. That was Kira Pappas. We are going to be Frontenac ball on the end line. Potentially penalty situation. Yes, the 5th foul goes up on the board. That was 5th foul of the quarter. Pappas is going to shoot. Pappas front end, can't get it to go. Hits it off the front rim. And this has been a problem here so far in the second quarter for Maple Ridge, unable to capitalize on some free throws. Pappas gets the second, extends the lead to 5. Sub checking into the game for Frontenac.
Now Frontenac, we saw them at the end of the first. They just, they were really driving it home. Offensively, we may see that here, trying to tie the game up.
Liv Cole drives right, kicks into the corner. Frontenac resets. Cutting Bella Miyakoi. Ball's on the ground. Held ball. That'll be in favor of Maple Ridge. Excellent job defensively by Frontenac, silencing this very potent Maple Ridge offense, but they just can't seem to get anything going offensively, as seen there. Errant pass. There, Liv Cole off the turnover lays it up, and she's going to go to the line. Defender has their hands up like there was no contact up top, and there probably wasn't, but Riley Tuddy definitely got the body of Liv Cole as she was going up. Excellent call by our official down there.
This is great for the Falcons here, cutting the lead potentially going into the second half. You do not want to go into the half with a huge point deficit. And they will not. Only 3 and only 0.3 seconds left to go.
And that will end the quarter. Liv Cole hits 2 big free throws with a few seconds left to bring the Frontenac Falcons back within striking distance. We will head into the half. Maple Ridge up 18 to Frontenac's 15. Halftime next. We will be back in 8 minutes.
And we are back here at Lambton College, just coming off a halftime in OFSAA Girls AAA basketball quarterfinal action live here at Lambton College. A very close defensive game between the Maple Ridge Ravens and the Frontenac Falcons. The Ravens were the clear favorites coming into this game. Some dominant performances yesterday, but the Falcons have been playing some tight defensive basketball here and only trailing by 3 points here. The last quarter was very defensive game. It took over 4 minutes for the first basket to go in. We will see how the second half plays out as the Frontenac Falcons start off here with the ball.
Frontenac to inbound. That's Macy Webb to Victoria McCourt. McCourt enters into Liv Cole. Cole finds the cutter, Rossum. Excellent layup and finish, and they've already cut in to their second quarter performance. 3 total points in the second quarter. They've got 2 here already. Offensive rebound by Burley. Burley gets it to go, hooping the harm. Again, Reese Burley, if she gets hot here in the second half, it could mean trouble for this Frontenac Falcons team.
I was about to say, this is the start that the Falcons wanted and needed, but then the Ravens come right back and score, and the Falcons cannot allow them to do that if they want to stay in this game. We saw yesterday, once the Ravens start to run away with the game, they will. And the Falcons, they've been very good defensively, but they cannot allow this Ravens team to get too far ahead. They're 4 points ahead now.
Seeing a little bit of an adjustment here by Maple Ridge in this first possession defensively. They've dropped back into a 1-2-2 zone as Macy Webb drives, kicks, gets a foul. And it'll be Falcons ball on the end line. 1 foul each way here. About 45 seconds into the third quarter. Quarterfinal matchup here at Lambton College. OFSAA Girls AAA basketball quarterfinal action. Frontenac with the ball. That's McCourt. McCourt kicks to Webb. Webb left-handed drive into the lane. Tied up, can't get it to go. The Frontenac faithful had a problem with it, but neither of our officials did, and neither did I, truthfully. Good defense. That's Burley. Ward Robbins now dribbles hard left. Layup attempt by number 33, Avery Miles, who gets it to go. 4 quick points here for Maple Ridge as maybe they've found something in their halftime adjustments. Liv Cole drives left, can't get it to go. That's Ella Rossum, held ball, and that will be Maple Ridge possession. Coming off the held ball, another sub checking into the game for Frontenac.
During halftime, I saw both of the coaches actually taking their teams out into the hallway and just giving them a pep talk, going through some game plans, and maybe we're seeing that working here for the Ravens. Everyone was calm, cool,
Reese Burley
collected.
with a crossover, kicks to the corner. That's Riley Tuddy. Tuddy drives right. Now Pappas. Pappas turns the ball over. Players go to the ground. We end up in a held ball, and that will be Frontenac Falcons possession. Although our official pointed in the wrong direction, we just had the held ball down the other end that was in favor of Maple Ridge. Frontenac looking to set up. Seeing another different look here. Straight up man-to-man by Maple Ridge. Encourages a turnover from Ella Rossum. Maple Ridge gets the ball back. A lot of what we saw in the first half. Quick scoring in the first quarter, and then we entered into a very, very tightly contested defensive matchup in the second. Reese Burley goes up, can't get it to go. Players go to the floor. We have another held ball, this one in favor of Maple Ridge. We really saw the scoring get locked down there in the second quarter. Again, we come out here early third, couple points for each team, baskets each way, and now we've got back into this defensive slugfest.
We saw a few mental mistakes early on in the first quarter from the Falcons, and we're seeing that again here in the third, but drawing a foul there are the Falcons. Maybe the Ravens are making a few mistakes now and letting the Falcons come back into this, and they do not want to do that because we've seen the Falcons do that, especially at the end of the first quarter when the Ravens had a commanding lead.
And foul there on Frontenac's player, number 6, Ella Rossum. Second foul of the quarter for Maple Ridge, who's backed off their three-quarter court trap that worked so well for them yesterday. 5-second violation there on the inbound. It'll be Maple Ridge possession. A couple more subs come into the game. Maple Ridge, though, hasn't bent or flexed with their defensive deployment, which is full court man-to-man. They are going to pick you up and make you go the full way. Crossover here by Burley. Hasn't been able to get going consistently here tonight. We've seen it in spurts. There's Riley Tuddy, who had a couple big threes in the first quarter. Burley now, 3, can't get it to go.
Now you'd really think that maybe not being at their homes, they would be very tired, maybe exhausted from the 2 games yesterday, especially with only 4 bench players for the Ravens, but we're not really seeing that from the Ravens. The Ravens, they're keeping in this game. Yes, they've let some points go, and they've let the Falcons stay contestant in this game. And
Macy Webb now with the ball.
Game. But the Ravens in this half are looking very good.
Webb recollects up top. She's going to dribble left, cross over, back again, left, into the lane, left-handed floater, can't get it to go. Defensive rebound there by Maple Ridge, and we are going to be out the other way. Maple Ridge setting up the offense. That's Burley. Burley, crossover, right hand, now back to the left on the spin. Kicks over to Ward Robbins. Riley Tuddy, left-handed take, layup, good, and the harm. Riley Tuddy, and that's what happens when you make a few big shots from deep early. Forces the defense to have to come out and contest wildly. She drives right past the defender, lays it up off the left side, and gets the harm. Opportunity for a traditional three-point play as we head into a timeout. Maple Ridge leads 25-17, third quarter action. We're back in 1 minute.
And we are coming back from timeout. OFSAA Girls AAA basketball here at Lambton College, home of the Lambton Lions. Quarterfinal action here between the Maple Ridge Ravens and the Frontenac Falcons. Third quarter here. Coming to the line are the Ravens.
Big
and one
free throw made there by Riley Burley. Completes the three-point play. 26-17 now lead for Maple Ridge as Frontenac looks to set up defensively. Off the make, it looks like Maple Ridge enters into that 1-2-2 zone. Defensive board collected by Burley. Outlet pass to Ward Robbins, right hand and good. And now we're starting to see Maple Ridge extend this lead. And that's exactly what they did to a few opponents yesterday. Wear them down and extend the lead in the second half.
This is definitely what I was talking about earlier. You do not want to let your foot off the gas going into the second half. And maybe the Falcons are doing
Webb
ever
behind
so
the back dribble. Excellent play. That is a block. Good call there by the official. Wow, Macy Webb with the handles. Driving baseline, puts it behind her back, gets a little bit of a hip check there, and it'll be Falcons ball.
Macy Webb pulling a magic trick there. Behind the back, what's in this hand? What's in this hand? It's the basketball, and she's going for that too.
Turnover again. There's Burley on the break, left-handed, and layup is good. Reese Burley has really taken over this game here for Maple Ridge in the third quarter. Three-point shot by number 4, Isabel Blackburn can't get it to go. Burley again, familiar name we've called all night for Maple Ridge. Held ball in Maple Ridge's possession. We're going to see a couple more subs enter into the game for the Falcons as they continue to pick up full court man-to-man, even as this game gets extended.
You think that basketball has the golden ticket to the finals, the way they're fighting over it?
Ward Robbins pushes, baseline drive. Ward Robbins stepped out of bounds before she could get the pass off. And there's that Frontenac turnover that full court man-to-man can cause.
The Falcons looking to cash in their golden ticket here, but they are down ever so slightly.
1-2-2 zone deployed here. That's Blackburn. Passes into Cole. Little bit of contact there, deemed a foul. Evelyn Derbyshire fouled off a little bit of contact by Avery Miles. Blackburn to inbound. Two-shot penalty off a foul. Another one placed on Avery Miles. Miles to be headed to the bench. Substitution there. Foul trouble of some sort. Don't have the live stats directly in front of us, but she walked to the bench after picking up 2 in less than 10 seconds. Even if it's not foul trouble, it's probably a conversation worth having by the coach of Maple Ridge.
This is what the Falcons needed. Cut down that lead to get back into the game.
Derbyshire good on the first.
They let it slip away from them ever so slightly.
And the second. She's made a few big free throws here. 2 before halftime for Frontenac to get the game within 3, and now 2 to try to get Frontenac back into the game. Ball's kicked. Ward Robbins now Tutty up top. Made 2 big ones in the first half, and add that one to the list. Riley Tutty is a sharp shooter.
We've seen that happen so much today from many teams already, leaving wide open threes.
Reese Burley collects the rebound. She's coming up the floor. Burley crosses over into traffic. Can't get it to go. Body's on the floor. That's Pappas now. Kicks to the corner. Tutty again. Ward Robbins. Shot clock down to 7. Tutty kicks. Burley for 3. Locked and loaded. My goodness. When they needed it most, their 2 stars, Riley Tutty and Reese Burley, answering with some 3-point shots. Lead is extended now, 36-19, 2 to go in the third. And a very, very poor screen by number 33, Evelyn Derbyshire, ends up in an offensive foul, and it'll be Maple Ridge ball.
We've seen it all. We've seen running, we've seen body checks, we've seen tumbles now. We're seeing multiple sports.
Slightly surprised we haven't seen a timeout here used. I know they've already used one here in this quarter, but game seems to be slipping away here from Frontenac. I know it's a bit of an extended lead, and now another 3-point shot. All the momentum in the favor of Maple Ridge right now. Might be a good time to use another one. Be Maple Ridge ball here, to the disdain of the Frontenac head coach. Ball inbounded to Tutty. Backdoor cut by ball dribble. Ward Robbins into the lane. Kicks, distributes. Tutty in the corner. Can't get it to go. Defensive board by McCourt.
You cannot leave her wide open like that, and the Falcons have been doing that, and that has been their greatest mistake this quarter.
And that's another foul that occurs a long way from your basket. Quarterfinal matchup. You just can't be taking fouls like that far away. You're in the lead. You've got all the momentum. You don't need to be giving Frontenac an opportunity to be shooting free throws, opportunity to put points on the board with no time coming off the clock. Penalty situation. Got to be a little bit sharper here if you're one of the Maple Ridge players defensively. Unable to capitalize on the first is number 1, Victoria McCourt.
Now it is a 13-point game, possibly 12.
Front iron and out. Liv Cole, offensive board. Ball is turned over by 23, Jenna Martin. Reese Burley now collects. Beats her man up the floor. Crossover, she's double teamed. Backed out. Reset the offense. That's Ward Robbins. A lot of contact there. Great call by the official.
It is a 13-point game, but we've seen that the Falcons can hold the Ravens defensively. So if they can start to do that at the end of the third quarter and the fourth quarter, they can make this comeback. It is not too far.
Ward Robbins up top for Maple Ridge. Her pass deflected. And it's going to be red ball.
This is what the Falcons needed that stop defensively.
I think the projection here for Frontenac, as we have a minute 18 left here in the third quarter, you want to be able to get this to single digits, hopefully maybe 12 points before the quarter. So you want 2 baskets, a stop, and potentially an opportunity at a third. See what they can do offensively. Minute 20 left. Liv Cole kicks out. That's Jenna Martin. Martin's pass is errant, deflected, and picked up by Maple Ridge. Not what you wanted if you're a Falcons fan on offense. And Maple Ridge is going to be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That is number 14, Ashlyn Macy.
This is the Ravens we were seeing yesterday. They were a little slow at the gates here, but they are coming alive offensively now. We were questioning, will we see the upset here? But the Falcons are just slipping away this half. I don't know what the coach said to the Ravens in their halftime speech, but the Ravens here are just looking unstoppable now.
Free throws missed. We have a foul on the floor. I believe it'll be a 2-shot penalty. Again, another mental mistake by Maple Ridge. Again, taking a foul that far away from your basket at a time that you don't need it. You know you're in penalty situation. And here we go. We're right back to that plan dialed up a few seconds ago on the clock, giving Frontenac an opportunity to be able to cut into this lead, taking no time off the scoreboard. Another miss on the front end, though.
They really need to make these free throws here to give them any chance going into the fourth, as we only have just under a minute left. This will definitely help. 16 points now between them and the Ravens.
Good on the second, 16-point difference. Ball's turned over. Another opportunity for Frontenac to cut into the lead. Left-handed layup is wide. Ball is collected by Morgan Catling. Catling able to get it in, and what a heady play by Reese Burley. Realizes she's not going to be able to keep herself in bounds. Throws the ball off the defender, and that's just high IQ level basketball.
Now we're seeing some dodgeball in this game. We're seeing a bit of everything.
Tutty to inbound. Burley collects, dribbles right, sees an advantage, one-on-one with her man, kicks to Tutty. Tutty can't get it to go, back iron and out. It's going to be a 2-shot penalty unless it's an offensive foul. And it is offensive foul. Much to the disdain there of the Maple Ridge players. Or are we saying it's a loose ball foul? Okay, loose ball foul. We are shooting 2.
This will definitely help here if they can make both of these. The first one making
good
it
on the front end. Again,
15-point game.
Maple Ridge continues to give Frontenac an opportunity to shoot free throws and cut into this lead, taking no time off the clock. And it's just these unforced mental errors that are allowing Frontenac to hang around here. They've got it within 14. Now another turnover by Burley. Elbow jump shot off the glass and good. And they've got it back to 12, 19 seconds left. Exactly what I had said. This was dialing up to be a favorable result at the end of the quarter here for Frontenac.
Just as I said, the Ravens were looking unstoppable. I think the Falcons must have heard me because they are stopping.
Burley for 3 from deep, in and out. And that is how the quarter is going to end. A 5-0 run to end the quarter for Frontenac and the Falcons. They pull this game back within 12 points. OFSAA AAA girls quarterfinal matchup. Maple Ridge 36, Frontenac 24. We'll see you back in a minute for the fourth quarter.
And we are back here at Lambton College, home of the Lambton Lions, for OFSAA Girls AAA Basketball quarterfinal action between the Maple Ridge Ravens and the Frontenac Falcons. The Ravens were able to take the lead by a substantial amount going into the fourth, I should say. But right at the end, the Falcons were able to stop them and get some points on the board, closing the gap to only 12.
Liv Cole distributes Macy Webb. Been the best offensive player for Frontenac here tonight. McCourt shoots the 3, can't get it to go, defensive board. And that is Ashlyn Macy who collects. Reese Burley kicks to the corner. 3-point shot is long by Catling. She collects the offensive board, and Ward Robbins restarts the offense. Burley takes a little bit of a whack on the arm, and that is how this first offensive possession is going to start for the Maple Ridge Ravens in the fourth quarter. 12-point lead, 7:24 to go. 14 on the shot clock. Catling with the ball beyond the 3-point line. Backdoor cut. Pass had no chance. And that's Liv Cole who collects. Cole to McCourt.
That's where the Ravens wanted to be, but now the Falcons are where they want to be.
3 seconds in the key called on Ella Rossum. That'll be a turnover. Maple Ridge ball. Frontenac continues to deploy this full court man-to-man. Haven't wavered from the strategy all game. Kick to the corner for 3. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Macy. Macy kicks again. That's Ward Robbins, I believe, from 3. Can't get it to go. Catling with the offensive rebound.
The Falcons are getting very lucky here. They're leaving a lot of wide open threes, but the Ravens are not able to make it. On multiple attempts there.
Frontenac able to collect, get an opportunity for Cole, who can't get it to go. That was Rossum. Held ball in the front court. Possession will remain with Maple Ridge.
Substitutions for both teams. We'll see if this little shakeup can help the Falcons here. as it is a 12-point game. But just over 6 minutes left. It is still possible for the Falcons to come back into this, but they cannot allow this.
Robbins for three, can't get it to go. Collected now by Frontenac. They push in transition. That's Rossum, drives left-handed, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Cole. She puts it up off the glass, and it's good. 10-point game. That is 7 unanswered now between the third and fourth quarter by Frontenac. See how Maple Ridge is able to respond here as they've given up 7 consecutive points.
This is definitely what Frontenac needed right now. But as the Ravens are in scoring position, right underneath the net.
Maple Ridge needs to find their offense here. Got the ball in the hands of Reese Burley, which they do on the inbound here. She goes up, that's a foul. She'll have an opportunity to shoot too. In those circumstances, again, you just want to find your best player with the ball, give them that one-on-one matchup, which she's capitalized on here for the most part this afternoon. Give her an opportunity to be able to get a couple easy shots from the free throw line, be able to answer the run that's been put on by Frontenac. Good on the first was Burley.
That is definitely not what the Falcons wanted. They were cutting into the lead, but they may want this. Here, possible three.
Dribble drive. Can't get the shot to go. That's Rossum. Ella Rossum lays the ball up.
Just driving past the defender there, leaving the three wide open, driving down the paint.
Shot was blocked. Contact on the body. 2 shots for Maple Ridge. And the Frontenac faithful disagree entirely with the call. But that's to be expected. Tutty, good on the first.
Just as it looked like the Falcons were coming back into this, the Ravens are slowly gaining that lead. That looks untouchable.
Substitution there for Frontenac as Tutty capitalizes on both. Maple Ridge the last few possessions has done a good job at keeping Frontenac at striking distance, just keeping the arm extended, staying with that 12, 14-point lead, stopping the run. Frontenac gets set up. Tough screen there and a travel.
The Falcons are looking for some late game heroics here. 5 minutes left.
Our official there deemed that the foul occurred before the travel happened. Push there that caused the violation. Macy Webb leads the offense off. 12 on the shot clock now. Dribble drive. Kick. Can't get it to go. As Ella Rossum drives into the lane, gets some body, and will go to the line for 2 shots.
This is definitely what they need here. Down 14.
Timeout called on the floor by Maple Ridge. That'll be their first of the second half. 4:55 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Maple Ridge leads 40-26 over the Frontenac Falcons in this OFSAA AAA girls basketball quarterfinal. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
And we are back here from timeout at OFSAA Girls AAA basketball, as you see in the banner there. Going to the line are the Frontenac Falcons against the Maple Ridge Ravens, who are down by 14 points here. Looking to bring that deficit to 12. But it's 13 now if they can convert this one as well. And they do. The Falcons can still get back into this game here as the Ravens driving down to the basket. They need a defensive stop here.
Defense chance being started by the Frontenac faithful, and it seems to have worked. Macy Webb on the steal, right-handed layup, a little bit of contact, no call. Defensive board by Reese Burley. Burley, the long outlet pass, right-handed layup, and that is good by Ashlyn Macy. Or sorry, that's Kira Pappas.
So some forward transition defense there, beat the defender.
Falcons setting the ball up, high post action. Macy Webb now dribbles left with a crossover. High post into Rossum, back to Macy. Give and go layup is no good as a travel is called. That will keep the points off the board. Score remains 42-28 in favor of Maple Ridge.
Every time it looks like the Falcons could possibly be coming back into this game, the Ravens just make it seem less and less possible as they continue to score and make the Falcons make some mental mistakes here.
Ward Robbins here for Maple Ridge with the ball up top. Back to Burley. Burley dribbles left to Tuddy. Now Ward Robbins again. Kicks. Tuddy kicks as well. Can't get the shot off in time. Shot clock violation on Ashlyn Macy, who unfortunately was given a hot potato there. Seconds ticking off the clock, couldn't get it up in time. And it'll be Falcons ball, opportunity to cut into this 14-point deficit.
Well, that mistake cost them here as the Falcons have a chance to score, cut into this lead.
Cole attempts the right-handed hook in the lane, unable to go. Maple Ridge collects, and now Tuddy drives left. Kicks, that's Macy. She can't get it to go. Offensive rebound again. Here's Burley. Burley, hard drive to the right. Kick to Ward Robbins. Ward Robbins' pass to the corner is intercepted.
Great defensive play there. That's what the Falcons needed. 3 minutes left. They need a heroic comeback here. Down by 14.
At 28 total points
16.
outputted so far, down by 14. They would have to almost put their output multiplied by, well, they'd need half of their total output right now in order to be able to come back and make this game interesting with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. So that tells you all you need to know right now. Ball's kicked. There's Blackburn, Isabel Blackburn, into the lane. Right-handed layup, that's good, and that's a start for the Falcons. Something to try to build on. Less than 2 minutes, the clock will stop on a made basket as we approach that mark here in the fourth quarter. Burley setting up the offense, goes left, kicks back to Ward Robbins, who sits right. Tuddy for three, no, or sorry, that was Ashlyn Macy for three, no good. Tuddy collects. Burley now with the crossover, no rim, and that is a shot clock violation. And now we sit under 2 minutes, 1:47 left. 44-30.
That's their second shot clock violation. They're making some late game mistakes here. but they may be able to afford it.
Could also be strategy at this point in the game. I don't think it was there, obviously. I think that was obviously just a miscommunication. Ball never hit the rim, but you want to take as much time off the clock as you can at this point. Use your whole 24 seconds. You're up 14 with 1:30 left. You want to be able to use as much time as you can. Give the Falcons the least amount of time to be able to put up those 14 points. Falcons now head to the line. Looks like that's Liv Cole. Good on the first.
Looking to convert 2 for 2 here. And does not.
Ball's. That's a hell ball. Arrows in favor of the Falcons. It was pinned by her leg and then moves up to her hands, which would by rule technically be a kick ball, but officials thought otherwise. 3-point shot by Frontenac, no good. Defensive rebound collected by Pappas. Pappas starts the offense, now dribbling right. Ball into the lane. That's Tutty in the corner, and that is her spot. She has been hitting those all weekend here in Sarnia, and that might be it. Turn the lights off. The party's over. You can advance. Maple Ridge, Sharpie on the board. Right-handed layup is good. That is Riley Tutty again.
The Falcons just made a few too many mistakes this quarter, and it has really cost them here. It looked like they were possibly going to be able to come back, but now there's seemingly no chance of it. A minute left. The Falcons.
Cole lays up, can't get it, gets her own rebound, lays it back up. Has fouled and will go to the line to shoot again. I believe she's only missed once from the stripe here tonight. Very good free throw shooter, Liv Cole. That's the old broadcaster's jinx there. She has her second miss.
We're seeing the toll that these games are taking on some of these athletes here. Not just physical toll, but also mental toll and some frustration, especially when in this team you looked like you were getting so close to that upset victory for the Falcons. And the Ravens are
I believe we have a timeout on the floor. Timeout White. Looks like Maple Ridge will try to get some of their bench players into the game. Get them a little bit of a taste of this quarterfinal action with 36.2 seconds left. This will be obviously the final 36 seconds of Frontenac's tournament. Wonderful tournament they've had, making it all the way to the final 8 teams in Ontario, AAA girls basketball. So again, a wonderful showing by them here this weekend. Hard-fought game. Second quarter was some of the best defensive basketball we've probably seen here all weekend. Each team being held to less than 7 points. 6 for Maple Ridge, 3 for Frontenac. Frontenac be breaking their timeout here shortly as we get back to action. Again, 36.2 seconds left on the clock.
Now, as a former athlete myself, I know how tough it is when you just fought so hard to get this close to the finals, to the championships, and you see it slip away from you. But the Falcons can hang their heads high, hold their heads high, I should say, do not hang your heads, as they fought a very tough game today. The number 1 seed Ravens here, the favorites for this tournament, they were almost looking like they were going to pull off the upset victory.
Burley crosses over, no violation there, much to the disdain of the Frontenac fans. And we have another travel. We might as well. We've had a lot of those called today. Might as well end off on one as well.
But whoever plays the Ravens next, they will be watching this game, as they were the favorites coming in, but we saw some cracks on the
great
offense
pass there by
defense.
Cole. Ball's laid up, can't get it to go. Defensive rebound, collected by the Maple Ridge team. Reese Burley dribbling the ball out. This will be the final possession. Maple Ridge will advance, and they will face our winners from our first game in the semifinal action later on today. That was A.B. Lucas from London. So our semifinal matchup here featured later on today will be A.B. Lucas against Maple Ridge. We are in for some great basketball later on this afternoon. Again, this is the end of the tournament for the Frontenac Falcons, who had a wonderful showing here this weekend. A lot of hugs on the floor by some girls, and a wonderful showing for OFSAA here. Thank you to all for tuning into this wonderful quarterfinal matchup between the Frontenac Falcons and your winners, the Maple Ridge Ravens. Thank you again for joining us. We will be back we'll be back at 12 o'clock for our consolation semifinal game here at Lambton College. OFSAA Girls AAA Basketball. See you in a few minutes.